Hello, everyone. Happy Monday night. Oh my gosh, we're so excited that you guys are here. My name is Kelsey Smith. I am the founder of Team Simply Beautiful. I have three of some of my top coaches on the call tonight. We're going to be sharing with you everything that you've been wondering about this business. And I know that you're probably sitting back and you're in the same boat that a lot of us were in the past couple of years. We had all of these crazy objections on why we would not be a good coach. We used the things like I'm not at my goal weight. We've used that I don't have time. We use that our schedules are crazy. We use that our baby's keeping us busy and up all night. We've used it all. And we're here tonight to kind of just bring you into our world and just share from our hearts why we believe that, coaching is something that can be for every single one of you. And I have you guys live on my Instagram right now. So for those of you watching on Instagram, hello. I have you guys live on YouTube right now, as well as in our Coach Sneak Peek on Facebook. So you guys are hearing from us from a bunch of different avenues, but I'm really, really, really excited to see what you guys think about this tonight. For those of you who have no idea who I am and what our team is about, we were founded in 2014. It was actually crazy because yesterday was my 4-year anniversary in this business. And I just got back from an incredible vacation with these three ladies and a couple more women. Just a couple days ago, we went to Mexico all inclusive. We didn't pay a single dime for that. Our company paid for it for us. And Emily's going to talk more about that later on. But we just came back from it. And then yesterday I realized, oh my gosh, it's my 4-year anniversary in this business. And to this day, I sit back and I think about what my life would look like if I did not start this, if I didn't go all in, if I didn't give this a shot. And what I've realized is that, this is so much more than just health and fitness. Maybe you're sitting here right now and you're just starting your health and fitness journey. Maybe you're, a challenger. You're in one of our challenge groups right now and you're thinking to yourself, like, this is super cool. I'm seeing amazing results. I feel incredible. Like, I really want to see what I can do with this. I want to help other people feel as good as I do. That's what coaching is. And who Team Simply Beautiful is we're just a group of women who want more out of our lives. We're a group of women we're brides to be, we're wives, we're moms, we're students, we're, we have a ton of teachers. We have nurses on our team. We have people from all walks of life, all different shapes and sizes that have just come together because they believe in what we have to offer. They believe that this company is the avenue to giving us the lives we've always dreamed of. And in a matter of 4 years, because I said yes on April 22nd, 2014, these women on the call you're going to hear tonight, they have been able to transform their lives. And now they're transforming the lives of others. And then those people are transforming the lives of others. And together we've become this community. We've become this empire, this place that we've changed a lot of lives. And I think that's so cool. And the reason that you guys are on here tonight is because apparently you want to do that too. Maybe deep down there's something about you that you're like, I believe that I was made for more. I believe that I can make an impact in this world. I believe that your team is the team that's going to help me do that. And tonight you guys are going to hear about it. But who we are is we're women who want more. And if you can fall into that category, then you're probably going to be a really good fit on our team. And we've all come from different backgrounds. We've all used, like I said, all the excuses in the world on why this wouldn't work. But we just come down to one conclusion on why it would. And that was all it was that our lives and this dream life we wanted was worth fighting for. And that's what we're here for. So to kick us off tonight, I'm going to introduce you to one of my diamond coaches, Stephanie Lamson. She's going to start us off with what a coach does. So Steph, go ahead and take it away.
Good to be on here. Like Kelsey said, we just got back from Mexico. And so we're kind of riding this high and really wanted to get this call with you guys in because it's just been such an amazing experience to be with everyone. And the crazy thing is we were able to run our businesses while we were in Mexico, sitting in a pool and by the beach. And it sounds not possible, but guys, it really is. So as coaches, we're focusing on 4 main things each and every day. And number one, and I'm sure you've probably already heard this a million times from people, is you want to be proof the products work. And guys, that's as simple as like drinking your shake every day and doing your workout. And I can promise you, if you're in this group and you like said that you were interested in this, you're probably already doing that and seeing results. So you can check that off your list and know that you're already doing one thing. Number two is we read personal development, whether like reading a book, listening to a podcast. And I'm not saying like we sit down and we read these like boring scientific books. It's like, and today you do this. Guys, I don't like that. Like, and I like to read, but put one of those books in my hand and I'm like running straight out the front door. When you read like these hilarious books by people that just motivate you, I mean, sometimes you cry a little, but like we're a team of criers, so that's okay. But these books are just inspiring. They like make you want to get up and do something. And like, that's the most amazing thing you can ask. If you don't have time to read a book, most of us spend time in a car every single day, like driving to and from work or when we're in the shower or something like that. So again, there's like great podcasts. And I'm sure if you guys have ever listened to like just a 5-minute motivational speech, guys, that's personal development. Like it's crazy when you sit down and think about it. These are simple things that you're probably already doing and you don't actually even realize it. Number 3, invite. And this is like one that scares everyone, but just think about this for a second. Have you been like doing this program for a couple of weeks and like you're out at a party and someone's like, oh my God, Becky, you look so good. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're like talking about this shake that you drink and this workout program you do at home. Guys, you kind of just invited. You're like explaining to someone exactly what you do every single day. And you pretty much told them to join you on this journey so that they could look awesome too. And when you think of it in that sense, it's like a no-brainer. Like we do this and we don't even know we're doing it. It's so incredibly crazy to me. I remember like I did that and Kelsey looked at me and she was like, so I'm not sure why you're not coaching because like you just invited people to join you. And I was like, oh, I did? Like that's all I had to do? Okay, cool. Let's do this. Like it's really, really that easy. Okay. Number 4, recognize. I don't know about you guys, but like we're a huge bunch of people that like we like recognition. If we do something good, we like someone else to recognize us for it. We like to have other people congratulate us on milestones and big achievements. And I mean, this can be anything as small as like you literally just signed someone up to join you on this journey. That's huge. Or like you just lost 5 pounds. That's amazing. Or like your coach just hit like a huge rank advancement. That's awesome. Like just recognize, just love on people. And I'm sure it's something that you do in your everyday life. But again, we're focusing that on business and we're focusing that in like what we're doing as Beachbody coaches. And it's literally as simple as that. Like give someone a high five for just being awesome, guys. Like that's all it is. Okay. Those are your 4 vital things. Be proof the products work, read personal development or listen to your podcast, invite people to join you, and recognize others for the hard work they're doing. So here's the thing. A lot of people think that you need to have like an entire day in order to make this work. Okay, newsflash. Kelsey and recently Katie Ann are the only 2 coaches on our team that are full-time coaches. Everyone else on this team works a job in some way, shape, or form. And so no, you don't have to have an entire day. And no, you don't have to sit in front of your computer all day to make this work. Guys, I work a desk job. I work 9 to 5. And so I can't be there all the time reaching out to people, inviting them to join me or starting conversations with people or working on setting up my challenge groups. I just don't possibly have the time for it. And when I come home, I'm trying to spend time with my husband who works in news and works these like crazy shifts where he gets up at 1:30 in the morning and is home at 10 a.m. So by the time I get home from work at 5:30, he wants to go to bed. And so what do? I work this part-time and I work it in like what we consider like pockets. I find times in my day to like focus on one thing at a time. Like for example, today I had a dentist appointment and I was literally sitting in the waiting room at my dentist's office, just like responding to messages on my phone. Now, most people would just like sit there and like scroll Facebook or scroll Instagram, but like that's a perfect 10 minutes to spend like working on your business really quickly. Most of us, we should, by law, have at least a 30-minute lunch break. That's 30 minutes. Do you guys know how much you can get done in 30 minutes? Like you can set a timer for like 5 minutes and like go invite people for 5 minutes, or like set a timer for 5 minutes and like go find new friends to interact with for 5 minutes. It's really that simple. You work in these power pockets, and by the end of the day, all of a sudden you've done all of your work and you're just like, oh wow, like that was much easier than anticipated. And like I said at the beginning of this, we did this when we were in Mexico, and we did this because most of us have come, even Kelsey, who works, you know, this is her full-time job now, has come from doing this as a part-time coach. You know, we'd wake up in the morning in Mexico and go do these amazing workouts with some of the super trainers, but we'd get back into our rooms and you'd still send like a couple messages before you hit the pool, or like just got out of the shower, like getting ready to go out to dinner with your team, and you'd like check in with your challengers real quick. And so that's the thing, is we sprinkled in those vital behaviors throughout the day and learned to work in power pockets, so that while we sat on the beach in Mexico and sat at these beautiful pools, our businesses were still thriving, because at the end of the day, we still showed up. And that's literally all you guys have to do. If you can sit here and promise to show up, then we promise that you'll see amazing changes within your business. Okay. We have 3 things that people are always like concerned about, or like complaining about, or don't really know what to do with. So Katie Ann is going to take 3 of our myths and debunk them for you, so you don't even have the chance.
Thanks, Stephanie. So yeah, like Stephanie said, there's a lot of things that like basically hold people off from becoming a coach. And she just talks about time. So I'm going to start with that one. So you heard her talk about the vital behaviors, the things that we do as a coach, kind of like our responsibilities. But the thing is that, like she said, people don't understand how much you can really get done in such a small amount of time. And like she said, so Kelsey's a full-time coach, and I recently just left my full-time position. But before that, I was working a news job where I would work mornings, and then I'd work nights, and I'd work weekends, and all these crazy hours. And Kelsey is also a former news reporter. She worked the early morning shift. We currently have a reporter who is working, like, I think she starts like 2:30 or something, like she gets up at 2:30. And we have girls who work nights. Our girl Alicia, like, she's currently working her night shift job. And we all have crazy different schedules. I don't even care if you're a stay-at-home mom. You obviously have a lot of responsibility on your plate, and we all are busy in our own way. But the thing is that when people say they don't have time, it's just not true, because you just heard Stephanie talk about how you can have these power pockets of time and get things done. And we as a team are living proof that no matter what like walk of life you come from, or whether you're a stay-at-home mom and you have, you know, three kids, or you work at a hospital and your hours are nuts, whatever it is, whatever type of job you have or whatever your responsibilities are, there's a way to get this done. And that's the coolest part about what we do, is because it's your business. It's yours. So you decide your hours, you decide what works for you, and that's okay. It doesn't matter when you do it, as long as you get in those vital behaviors that Stephanie just talked about. And the thing that's awesome too is that whenever you come in as a coach, so if you guys decide to join us, which I hope you do, we don't just kind of like throw you in and just be like, okay, you know, go invite, or go be a coach or whatever. We have trainings and we help you step by step. So we teach you how to do these things. Like, how should you be spending your time? You know, if you're let's say that if you work an early morning shift, you know, can you do something on your lunch break, or can you come home from work and take that hour after, you know, before dinner needs to be on the table? Like, what should you be doing in those power pockets, or in those, I guess, pocket of time, whatever that is for you? We tell you exactly what you need to be doing. We don't just like throw you out and just let you do it on your own. And I, like I said, I was a reporter. So when my schedule was so crazy, I did kind of what Stephanie did. I would just work when I had the time. And sometimes that didn't look the same every day. You know, one thing about being a coach is structure is everything, routine is everything. But if you're that type of person who has a job where your hours change, that's okay too. We have girls that, And Kelsey, obviously, she's full-time now too. So she, schedules out her day, and she schedules in, when she talks to her coaches, when she talks to her challengers, or when she's going to invite. And that way she has that structured, just like you would, obviously, if you have a job, you have responsibilities you need to get done. But if you work a morning shift or a night shift or whatever, you work a weekend, you adapt. You can adapt your own schedule. It's yours. It's your business. And you make it work. And honestly, in the last 3 years that I've became a coach, if you would have told me that by working 15 minutes here or an hour after work or a Saturday morning here, if you would have told me that all those times that I basically spent, whether it be 5, 10, 15 minutes or an hour working on my business, that I would have been able to move myself. I just recently moved to Boston, Massachusetts to be with my boyfriend that was long distance. If you would have told me 3 years ago that, hey, that shake you're drinking and these challenge groups that you're running and all these people that you're helping, that's going to add up and you're going to be able to move to be with a person that you love and to be able to do this full time, I would have thought you were crazy. But it happened. It's true, and it adds up. So no matter what your schedule is, you can do it, I promise, and we'll help you do that. Another major myth that everyone has is that I'm not at my goal weight, so I can't coach. Well, this is actually my favorite topic to talk about because when I first started coaching, I actually got brought on pretty much in the beginning of my journey. Kelsey kind of was like, look, if you start doing this now, you can start helping people while you're helping yourself. And I was like, okay, cool, let's try it. I was actually almost 40 pounds heavier than I am now when I started as a coach. I've lost 37, 38 pounds now total. And I was a completely different person. So I see it as a benefit if you're not where you want to be. And it's honestly because the people relate to you. The people that you're going to be talking to and chatting with and bringing into your challenge groups, you're so much more relatable when you're kind of in the trenches with them. It's obviously now we've all gotten our results and we're obviously all proud of that. And I'm still trying to be relatable, obviously, in my own way. But back when I was really in the trenches of it and I was super struggling and I was really working really, really hard to get those first initial results that I wanted, people gravitated towards that. Because who doesn't want someone who's going to be like, yeah, girl, I need to lose 20 pounds too. Let's do this together. And I earned people's trust that way. It held me accountable just as much as it held them accountable. And it's the beauty of it too, because if you're starting a program, which obviously if you come on as a coach, maybe you're already doing a program and that's how you got linked to one of us as a coach, or maybe you are ready to start your health and fitness journey and you're thinking about starting as a coach, whatever it may be, if you're currently doing a program or you're about to start doing a program, that is how you start coaching. You share your journey. It's your business, your journey, and you show people that it's possible. That's a whole other reason why I love this business, is because you're not just handing someone something and being like, yeah, okay, have fun, go do that. No, you're doing it with them. You're drinking your shake. You're working on your nutrition. You're creating those meal plans. You're doing your daily workouts. And so wherever you are in your fitness journey, whether you're some fitness expert and you love it, or you haven't even started yet, no matter what your goals are, whether you're there or not, you can do this. You can show people what's possible and let them do it with you. And it's honestly, that's my favorite part of this business. And then the last one, which people always have concerns about, is being salesy. So obviously, if you're not someone that's on social media a lot, I know we're kind of across all different platforms right now. So you're probably familiar with some type of social media. I feel like everyone is nowadays. But whether you're, an introverted, shy person, or maybe you're outgoing and you're all over social media, it's pretty apparent nowadays that a lot of social media is being used towards businesses. But the thing about us and what we do and our team especially, but then Beachbody as a whole, what's different is that we're not just going to give somebody something, sell somebody something, and just like wish them luck. That's not what we do. That's not what we're about. And the thing I talked about trainings is we can help you learn how to like start those conversations and to actually dive into what the people want that you're talking to. It's not about just like giving them whatever's on sale this month or whatever the hot thing is, whatever the program is. Like, that's not what it's about. We sit there, we listen to people, we talk to them, we build relationships and friendships. Most of the people that I've brought on underneath of me in my challenge groups or even as another coach are people that I've never met before. But I love them to death. They're my friends now. All these girls on my team are my friends now. We do this because we actually care about people. We want to see each other succeed, whether that be health and fitness goals or our businesses. And we're not just going to give somebody something and tell them to be on their merry way. That's just not how we do things. And that's why I can lay my head down at night and know what I'm doing and what our team is doing is amazing. So we can teach you how to interact with people and share your journey and, you know, invite people and all of these things without coming off like, hey, like, want to join my challenge group? I'm going to sell you a challenge pack, and then you're never going to talk to them again. That's not what we're about. I know there's a ton of businesses that are online that are just kind of like the hot thing, and that's not what we're about. We're about people. We're about health and trying to get people the results they want, whether that be financially or physically or mentally or all of the above. We're definitely just a people company, and we care. So it's not about being salesy at all. I mean, yes, you have to share yourself on social media, which is like can be a little intimidating in itself. But again, you have to think of it as with you, it starts with you. And if you can share your journey and get over that hump, all the people that you'll help, like Kelsey said, when she started this 4 years ago, all of us came. So it made it worth it. It makes it worth it. It's scary at first, but after you do it, it becomes more natural. And when you start to see other people underneath of you get results and they start texting you and telling you all these things, or you see them sharing their transformations or whatever it may be, it makes it so worth it. And all that goes out the window. It just becomes natural, and it's so worth it. So I hope that helped. And I'm going to toss this back to Kelsey now.
All right. I'm going to address what you guys are probably all wanting to know, because I know how this goes. I know that you guys are sitting here and you're thinking, this sounds really good. Like, I love the idea of not having to be at my goal weight. I love the idea of being able to put my stuff like where I want it, you know, and work here and work a little bit there. And I love that I don't have to be salesy and that you guys have all these trainings for me and that this is super simple. But you guys are probably all sitting there and you're saying to yourselves, well, how do I make the money, right? Like, how do I spread the dough, get the dough, right? So that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about. And I'm going to be very transparent with you guys tonight. And before I start this and I share numbers with you guys and how to make money, I do like to preface this by saying that Beachbody does not guarantee any sort of income or success. So when I show you guys paychecks, these are real paychecks that are coming from my Coach Online office. When I share these with you guys, like, this is not like, oh, I'm going to sign up tomorrow and I'm going to have a paycheck like this if I sit on my butt and do nothing. I'm going to tell you guys that I did work very hard for these, and you will see that as time went on, the paychecks increased. And what I did every single day compounded. But it was because I showed up every single day. It was because I did those things that Stephanie talked about. I was proof of the products. You guys check my Instagram stories, check my Facebook, check these girls. You will see us consistently doing workouts every single day. You will never see me miss a shake, no matter if I'm on vacation or not. You're never going to see me not go a day without listening to some sort of personal development or recognizing a teammate or a challenger or inviting somebody to join me, because right now I'm sitting here inviting you to join me, right? Like, that's what my life is about. And so when you ask me how to make money, my first thing is going to say, do the work. You know, do it. Because if you can't, you're not just going to magically sign up and be rich tomorrow. So if that's what you think this is, go ahead and get off this call now, because this is not the team for you. This is not a get rich quick scheme. That's not how this works. That's not how life works, y'all. You're not going to wake up in any career tomorrow and be a millionaire. It takes hard work. And I want you guys to be aware of that, is that if I ever made this look easy, I apologize, because it was not. Oh my gosh, it's not. And to this day, people still come to me and they're like, can you give me some advice, or how do you make it look so easy? And I'm like, girlfriend, let's sit down and get a coffee and chat, because this ain't easy, but it is worth it. And every single day that you show up and you keep trying, friends, like I'm telling you right now, the financial success there is no cap on how much money you can make. And I do want to say this really quickly too, because a lot of people will comment and be like, aren't you some part of a pyramid scheme? No. One, that's illegal. Two, any of these girls that are talking to you right now, any of the people on my team, including you, can out earn me, and you can do it fast. We have a coach on our team right now. She's a freaking superwoman. She's literally working a full-time job. She's the girl that's working 2:30 in the morning to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, making a buttload of money, but she's working really hard for it right now. So the thing is like any of you can come into this business and any of you can earn a full-time salary. I earn a full-time salary. I am triple making what I made as a reporter, if that says anything to you. But it comes with hard work. So with that being said, I'm going to answer your question on how we earn money. Let me share my screen with you and see if you guys can see this. Okay, I know you can't see this from the Google. So let me stop sharing this screen and I will share it with you guys on this. It's technology. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So well, you guys should all be able to see a screenshot of what a coach online office paycheck would look like. And I know my coaches that are on this call, you cannot see this, but the people on YouTube can. So just keep, they're probably like, well, what's going on? Okay. So basically, you guys should all be able to see this. There are several categories on how you can earn money in this business. The first thing is retail commissions. So you can see this right at the top here, guys. This is the products that you guys are selling. So anytime that you sell, you know, Shakeology, or anytime that you sell a fitness program, or anytime you sell not Beachbody, but anytime you sell any of those things, that's what's going to pop up under retail commissions. Anytime you sell something to a customer. This, what you guys are seeing, is a paycheck of mine from March of 2015. So I only made $9.97. And to me, back then, that was pretty solid in that category. And there's subscription commission for anybody that gets our online gym. That's where you're going to see money coming in from that. So you can see back in 2015, I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see me, $19.44 back in 2015. You can earn money through team cycle bonus. So this is really cool because when your team grows, you get rewarded. And the whole thing, this goes back to the whole pyramid scheme crap, right? So people are like, oh, well, like you're taking money from your team? No. Beachbody's saying, hey, Kelsey, it's really cool that your team's growing, so we are going to pay you for that. We're going to give you a little bit of a bonus for that. And my coaches earn the same things. As your team grows, I'm not taking their money. They get their money. But Beachbody's saying, hey, you're awesome, so we're going to reward you for that anyway. But as you guys can see, I had $36 in that category that year. So I was making, you know, that's not bad in a week, right? Matching bonus. So when your teammates start earning the team bonus as a diamond coach, which I'm not talking about tonight, but as a diamond coach, you get to match that. So Beachbody once again says, oh, wait, now your team is becoming leaders. So we're going to reward you for that too. So then they'll give you 10% of whatever, they'll match 10% of what your team made. So again, not coming from them. It's coming from the company, which is really, really cool. That's why it's not a pyramid scheme. It's illegal. Okay. Fast start bonus. So anytime that a coach comes into your business and signs up and, you know, they get a challenge pack or something like that, you're going to get a commission from that too. You guys make 25% commission off of every single thing that you sell. So you can see here, I made $120. And last but not least, the Fast Start Plus bonus. Every time that you sign up 5 people with a challenge pack, so 5 coaches, discount coaches with a challenge pack, you get a $100 bonus. Yeah, every time you help 5 people, a $100 bonus. So if you look in 2015, all of that added up was $291.01. And guys, I don't know about you, but this was like my first year of coaching. That extra $291 was really, really nice when I had a full-time job. And that's how that's what a lot of people forget about, as they're like, oh, just $291? What do you mean just $291? What would $291 do for your life right now? That was huge for me and Zach. We were getting ready to go on a vacation. We had credit cards to pay off. We had a wedding coming up. Like, this stuff was important to us. So that was year number one. Now I'm going to skip ahead 1 year to 2016. So you can see I ended at $291, and the same week, a year later, it bumped up to $591.37. You can see the retail commissions went way up. The team bonus went from $36 to $180. That means my team was growing. My team was doing things, and that was really cool. Not only that, but my matching bonus went from $5.60 to $14.40. So now my team is starting to grow a team, which is really, really cool. Fast start bonus, again, $80. And I also this must be my week of the year, because I also got the bonus that week too. So you can see there was pretty good growth in a matter of a year. So this is all, again, consistency. 1 year after that, 2017, my income kind of dipped that week. So I went down $100 that week. But you guys, we get paid weekly. We get paid every Thursday. So there's going to be weeks where you're really high. There's going to be weeks where you're really low. There's going to be weeks where it's like double what you thought you'd ever make, and then it's going to dip again. That's just how this business works. We call it the entrepreneur roller coaster. So what we like to do is, I'm showing you guys a week, but what we like to do is compare by month, because if you compare by month to the next year, that's where you're going to notice the significant increase. But again, I'm just doing weeks right now. You can see I didn't sell anything that week in retail commissions. Subscription. So even though this might look less, guys, check out my team bonus. So my team's still growing. It went from $180 to $396 that week. So most of this was coming from my team growth, which was incredible. Again, matching bonus went from $14.40 to $38. So things are growing where it needed to grow. Now, last but not least, this was last month, same week. $1,323.66 in this one. So you can see $340 retail commissions, $205 subscription. My team bonus went from $396 to $630, $73 under matching from $38. And then obviously I sold a couple packages to coaches. I want to make this clear also, this is one business center. And you guys might be thinking to yourself, like, what does that mean? We get multiple business centers. I have 4. So this is one paycheck out of 4 business centers. So if you want to see the growth, if you want to know what's possible, let me stop sharing again. If you want to know what's possible, then you guys have to understand that it's endless. The possibilities are endless, and the money that you can make from this company is unbelievable. But again, it comes with hard work. It comes with dedication, and it's going to come with showing up every single day. But I'm comfortable sharing my income with you and sharing what, Zach and I are doing in our lives, because I know that if one person sees it and they're like, man, if I gave this thing 4 years, my life could change. People are always like, the reason, and I'll tell you this now before I pass on to Emily, because I can get on a whole rant about this. The reason people do not succeed in our business is because they don't see success fast enough. You are going to get so many no's. You're going to get so much rejection, and it's so hard at first. But who's laughing now from 4 years ago for me, huh? Because I'm doing just fine. And that's what you kind of have to keep in your mind, because if the trend continues, what's that paycheck going to look like in 2019, in 2020, in 2021? Be here for the long haul, and I'm telling you what, things will go your way. All right, with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Emily. She's going to be talking to you guys about our Mexico trip and all the other fun things that you can earn just by saying yes.
There we go. Now you can hear me. Okay, so again, I'm Emily. Before I talk to you about Mexico, so our first event is what's called Super Saturday or Super Sunday, depending on where you live. And what it is a gathering in your city
Beachbody coaches, whether they're on your team or whether they're on someone else's team. Everyone gets together and we're updated with all the new products that are coming out, the new programs that are coming out, so that you get to hear those first before everyone else. And then normally at the end, we get to do a live workout with everyone. And it's just really cool, these events, because like I said, it's not always everyone from your team, even though this year, it was 2-3 weeks ago, I actually got to take 2 coaches from my team, and it was the first time I wasn't there by myself. So that was pretty cool. Our next event is Summit, and that is actually coming up in June. Last year we were in New Orleans. This year we are going to Indianapolis. And again, with that, Beachbody coaches from all over the United States. I don't think that the UK will be joining us. I think, well, they have their own thing. I'm not sure. But anyways, we all get together. They have some of the top coaches in the business that will come talk to us. But it's also a time to get to experience a new place. It's also a time to get to know the members on your team. If you look up at the top of the screen, you'll see 3 other ladies. None of us live in the same city, or some of us the same state. But Summit last year, like I said, in New Orleans, was the first time that I got to meet everyone. It was a little different for me because I was 5 months pregnant. My mom actually journeyed down there with me. Like I said, it's just a time to get to know your team. It's a time to get to have fun with the ladies on your team and explore new areas, hear from the top coaches. And again, any new product launches you get to learn about while you're there as well. So that brings me to Mexico, which is our Success Club trip. So basically, like Stephanie said, when you're following those vitals and you're hitting Success Club, which we'll talk about at a later time, you get invited by the company to go on a trip. So this year was Mexico. Next year we'll be going on a cruise. Like Kelsey said, it's all inclusive. The company just spoils the heck out of you. They do have workouts every morning that you can do with everyone and live with the trainers. But it's a time to just enjoy each other. There's not really any calls. There's not any business conducted there. Like Stephanie said, we do use our power pockets and still work our business while we're there, but it's all about having fun and enjoying each other. So like I said, Mexico was my first time getting to go, and I'll try not to get emotional. Like Stephanie said, we're a bunch of criers, and my hormones are a lot of whack already. So honestly, it was exactly what I needed. So I have a 5-month-old at home, and it hasn't been an easy 5 months, but I got to go and I got to lay out on the beach, and I got to just hang out with these ladies and get to know them more than just over a computer screen. And it's crazy how they say your vibe attracts your tribe, and it's so true with this team. It's so much more than just a business. Like, we've become the best of friends. And I know that probably sounds clicky or cliche, but it's so true. They're there with you through the hard times. They're there with you through the struggles, but they're also there for you when you succeed. They're there when you lose 40 pounds after having your baby. They're there cheering you on when you're going into labor. You know, it's not just a business. It's a friendship, and it's a community. And it's not just the ladies on this team either, though. You know, Beachbody is so much more than just a business. It's a community. We're all here to cheer each other on. We're all going through a lot of similar things, and that's what I really love about this, because I have tried other whatevers in the past, and it's not the same. I don't really know how to put it into words, because there's not words to explain what goes on with each other on this team. But that being said, over the last 2 years, this team has helped me create a vision for how I want to live the rest of my life. I had no intention of having kids when I first joined. I was just trying to get in shape for my wedding. But when I did get pregnant, I was also the same person that said, I'm never going to quit my full-time job. I enjoy what I'm doing. I'm a nurse. If that's my calling, I'll do this on the side just to help my mom and help some other people get in shape, but I'm never going to do that full-time. However, when I had my son, that all changed. And I didn't want to, sorry, just a minute. I didn't want to just have my child and then send him to daycare to have someone else raise him. And there's nothing against that. A lot of people do. But for me personally, that wasn't what I wanted. And I had a really hard time financially dealing with that because a lot of stuff happened with my job right around the time Parker was born. And I really needed something that was going to work for me that would allow me to be home with him. And I stepped it into gear. Like Kelsey said, you know, you have to work to make it happen. And that's what I did. Having Parker lit a fire under my butt. And I'm now able to stay home with him during the week. And I still work on the weekends because, like I said, nursing's my passion. And I love helping take care of people in every sense of the definition of being a nurse. But I get to be home. I get to see him learn how to roll over. I get to see him start blowing spit bubbles. And that wouldn't have been possible 2 years ago. I wouldn't have been able to experience all of that. But it's also helped me set goals for myself, not just setting goals, but it's also helped me reach out and achieve those goals. We're not here to just talk the talk, but like I said, we help encourage each other to walk the walk as well. So whether that's doing live workout calls with each other or getting together and doing live power pockets with each other, just to help encourage each other to continue to do the work. It's not always the most fun. It's not always glamorous, but like Kelsey said, when you sit down and you do the work, that's when it's going to show. So like I said, thinking back 2 years ago, would I have ever expected to see myself here? No, but I also have so many other goals and dreams for the future. And I know that I'm going to be able to make those happen because of the opportunity this has provided for me. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it back over to Kelsey and let her tell you what to do if you're ready to make this happen.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, we are at the end of this, and I want to just first off say that Emily is still very new at the whole public speaking thing. So she's just, that's like honestly the first time that I think we even really got to hear how this kind of really transformed her entire life. So Emily, I have to say, like, I'm trying not to cry. My allergies are already bad. So I'm just like this the whole time in the background. But it's just, this whole thing is just so much more than people even understand. And I hope that you guys have seen that in the past 45 minutes of us just sharing, because we didn't come here with scripts. We didn't come here with a fancy PowerPoint. We came here just to share with you. We came just to say, this is how this works. This is what we do. And guys, look at me right now. I don't have any makeup on. I don't match. I mean, my hair is in the side of my head. I'm not going to sit here and get glammed up in front of a computer screen and pretend to be something that I'm not. And if you look at the three girls on here, we all look exactly the same. Headbands on, buns on the back of our heads. No one matches. We're just us. Like, that's how our team is. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. We're not going to be the team that comes on here with fancy PowerPoints, curled hair, eyelashes, and makeup on. I mean, guys, it's 8:45 at night. Emily has a baby. I'm ready to go to sleep. Like, that's just how life is, right? But then what we came here today is to just tell you, like, we want to share from our heart why we're so passionate about this. And if at any point during this call there was something that was said that where you were like, oh my gosh, that's me, like, this is for you. The biggest advice that I have for you is do not sit back and wait for this perfect time to say yes, because there is no perfect time. None of us started in a perfect time. I'm telling you that right now. I was at my absolute lowest when I said yes. Emily joined because she wanted to help her mom. Stephanie, I basically had to force it out of her after 8 months, after me asking her over and over again. Katie Ann just came on because she wanted to get in shape. Like, we didn't do this thinking that it would become what it is today, but we did it anyway. We did it anyway, and then all of a sudden we realized what it could become, and then now we have each other, so there's no way we can leave because we'd lose friends, and they're our best friends. And I love that so much. And what we're looking for is, yeah, we're looking for new coaches on our team. Great. We're looking for new best friends. We're looking for people that vibe with what we say and that genuinely want to change their lives and change the lives of others. We don't want perfection. We don't want you coming in here with your curly hair and your lip gloss. Like, we don't care about that. We want you to come in as yourself. We want you to, and if you are the curly hair lip gloss girl, we're totally fine with that. You can still join our team. But we're just saying we want you to be you. We don't want anybody to be anything that they're not. We want you to just be yourself and to have a desire to help people. We don't care how much you weigh, what color your skin is, what your, I don't care about your political beliefs. All I care about is that you have a desire to change your life. And what we're going to do is we're going to help you make that happen. So if this is something you want to do, the next step is for you to reach out to the coach that invited you to this call and to say, I'm ready. Say, I'm ready, and that coach is going to lead you into the next steps. All you got to do is commit to a health and fitness journey. If you're already committed to a health and fitness journey, you're already one step ahead of everyone else. Then you just got to sign up as a coach, and then your coach is going to lead you through a very simplified, like simple as hell, get started right process. We're going to make sure that you take baby steps every step of the way to make this happen. We're going to sit down with you. We're going to talk with you about what your goals are. We're going to hear what the vision is for your life, and we're going to get you started on the right track. And that's essentially it. So that's like what we're asking you to do. And here's the thing, guys, maybe this isn't for you, but we're not going to stop talking about it. We're not going to stop inviting to it. We're not going to stop screaming this from the rooftops because it has changed our lives. And we know, I knew when I was on a call like you are, when it was time. They knew when it was their time. And you'll know when it's yours. And so if tonight's not that night, I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. But if tonight is your night, do not wait, because there's going to be somebody on this call with you right now who's going to say yes and is going to take advantage. It's going to change their lives forever. So with that being said, reach out to the coach that invited you to this call. I'm sharing everybody because I want you guys to say goodbye. And thank you guys so much for coming on tonight. And we will hopefully see you introduced in our team page very soon. Good night.